Hi, I'm Amelia Bordeaux. I'm the owner and founder of Market Compass. We look at global markets and Forex, and I'm here with Jay Soloff. And Jay is the lead options analyst at Investors Alley, and he's the editor of Option Profit Engine, and we're here at the Orlando Money Show. It's been a great time, lots of experts. So we were talking about options, and I wanted to ask you, if you're new to options, if you're a new investor out there, how do you learn options? How do you start to get involved?
And it's a good question because there's a lot of resources out there, and fortunately there's some good places you can start. There's some good free sites like the cboe.com, and if we have there's a big presence here from OIC, which is Options Industry Council. They're the ambassador for the options clearing firm, and they have a lot of free stuff. I usually send people to some of these free sites to get information, see if they're even interested. And then you can go to someone like me and maybe spend a little money and get some more in-depth training or courses and things like that.
Does it help to start to read like your newsletters about trading? Does that get people interested, or should they kind of learn the technicals of options trading before they kind of go to the more fundamental newsletters and reasons why the trades are on? What do you think?
It's a good question because I think it varies depending on the person. Some people like to jump in and learn by doing the trades, and with my newsletters I try to spend a lot of time on education because I think ultimately my goal is for them to not have to need me to trade, to learn to do it themselves.
Right.
But we also are looking to offer courses because some people want to read and learn about it. So let's look at what I did when I was a trader. I read a book before I ever became a market maker on the CBOE.
Oh, interesting.
And it really helped me get an idea, but I didn't really understand what I was doing until I was actually trading. It didn't really all sort of start to click. So I think they're both extremely important. It's the order you do them in is really very much a personal preference.
Yeah, you kind of do have to learn by doing, and I think starting out as a foreign exchange trader, I was on Wall Street, so I was kind of like heavily watched and monitored on a trading desk, and so it is hard for people on their own, but I think it's good to find good mentors like here at the Money Show to try to help you navigate and learn those things. So what are you looking at now? What was interesting to you now in the option space?
It's been a very interesting time. 2018 was very unusual in the sense that we had volatility. So if you look at something like the VIX, which is market volatility measure, it was much higher than it normally was. Like compared to 2017, it was like black and white.
Yeah.
And so this year, it's kind of interesting to look at what's going on with the VIX because the market hasn't been quite so volatile, and the VIX is kind of hanging up and slowly going down. And it's a question of, all right, are people becoming complacent, and should they be? Because we still have a lot of macro risk out there. It's been interesting to just kind of see how that moves this year.
Yeah, I think it's been unclear the first couple months of the year so far, and we have big macro risks coming up, European elections and Parliament and Brexit and
trade wars.
Yeah, it's amazing. Well, it's a really exciting time to be in the market. Jay, thanks so much for joining us, and if you happen to be in Orlando this weekend, we'll still be here. Come on down to the Money Show.
Thank you.